All right, Pisces, this is part 2. What's that? That's 12. Number 12 could be significant. I got 12 here again. But Pisces, it says open up your heart, gold digger and guardian. So you're being watched over, okay? Spirit is saying, I am watching over you. Your guardians is watching over you as your money increases. Because of your heart being so pure, Pisces, it's like you're the type of person that would, help a person out if they really needed it. But Pisces, I really feel like you're learning not to allow people to take advantage of you. You could have people around you, friends, family members who are going to want a piece of your pie. Okay, want a piece of pie, want a piece of your, your what you're obtaining. Okay, so I heard they want a discount. Okay, the spirit is saying be mindful. I really feel like this is yep. Ooh, let go, moving, change of residence, moving in with your partner. Caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself. So your advice from your ancestors is take your time with searching. Don't, kind of like don't rush. Don't feel like you have to rush. Take all the time you need. Okay? I feel like it says make room for the new beginning is on its way to you, moving. So I feel like you are, Spirit is saying, I really feel like you're just going to be moving, and a lot of you could be moving, and it says make more room. So there could be more room. Okay, or you could be moving. Oh, you got journey here too. So you could be taking a long journey. This could be like you could be moving somewhere far, or you could just, this is just metaphoric, like you're about to move somewhere. And this could just be going and just telling you that you're about to move. This is like a message from the divine that you're moving. Privileged lady. So Spirit is saying you're going to, wherever you move, you're going to go from despair to feeling very privileged. Okay, or you're going to look very wealthy. Okay, but the thing is, Pisces, I feel like you're, where you're moving to is going to make you feel wealthy, but it's like if people only, I feel like you're going to get like the perks and the benefits of, ooh, the perks and benefits of the affluent. I guess that's what that word, I guess that's how you say it, but for a fraction of the cost. I feel like you're going to be very secretive about your income. You're going to be very secretive about your wins. Okay, people are going to ask you like, how much did this cost and how much did you get that for? And prices is, you're being told to be very cautious about that. Be very cautious about how you're moving and who you tell that you're moving. Don't tell anyone until you actually get the keys and you're moving in, is what I'm being told. Because there could be somebody who's counting your pockets. Okay, somebody wants you to open up to them, but they also want you to open up your purse or your wallet to them as well. Okay. Yes, I heard spy and someone else. So that's someone outside of you, Pisces. This could be someone who calls you. They're trying to track your steps, keep up with you. Okay, so they can see how much money you have. Your intuition, see? But your intuition is spot on. This is so Piscean. Look, love spell. Somebody wants to try to like play you. Yeah. Somebody could be trying to use like sexuality. Okay, somebody could be trying to be very promiscuous towards you in order to, for some of you, this could be a woman who tries to be very promiscuous. Okay, this could be a woman that's trying to come around you, or a male that is trying to come around you, and they're just only interested in your money, Pisces. And Spirit is saying be true to what you already know is true to you. So like if some of you, you know what you have at home, or whatever the case may be, you know what you're focused on, you know what you want to be in life. Don't allow somebody to come in and ruin that for you, is what I'm being told. Because they can kind of like sniff out the money, the gold, okay? And your intuition is telling you to be cautious around someone. Somebody's trying to, could possibly be trying to seduce you at this time, Pisces. Yeah, look, no. Spirit is like, don't let them do it. Don't do it. Move on. See? Spirit is saying, move on, Pisces. If you allow somebody to come into, yeah, look, sexuality. If you allow somebody to come in and try to seduce you, Pisces, at this time, that is going to be your downfall. At this very moment, at the peak of your, while you're at the peak, getting ready to ascend higher, the only person that can mess this up is you. If you allow somebody to come in and seduce you, you're literally going to, whatever you've built up is going to come tumbling down. But not only is it going to come tumbling down, it's going to come tumbling down as fast as you, quicker than you built it up. And Pisces, you built this up pretty quick. So you can only imagine it would only take maybe a day or two for something to come crumbling down. So Spirit is saying, like, don't be distracted. Don't allow somebody to come in and take advantage of you. This is not a time where when you make moves, Pisces, I feel like you might have a lot more, feel like you have, you know, more abundance, more love and riches and wealth and things to share and pull people in. And Pisces, Spirit is saying this is the time now where you need to pull away. Don't pull people in just because you feel like you got an extra coin here or there. You understand what I'm saying? Can y'all hear me down in the chat? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me down in the chat box. All right. But Spirit is saying, you can hear me? Somebody likes, so I think you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? So this is like, somebody let me know down in the chat if you can hear me. There's 15 people in here and one like. If y'all can all hit the like button. Thank you so much. If you can hit the like button, there's 15 people in here and one like. Thank you. Let's get the likes up, y'all. There's 15 people in here and 2 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Ooh, okay. Communicate. Manifest. All right, Pisces. You're going to be hearing something from the divine. The divine is going to give you some sort of intuitive nudge or some sort of download. I heard they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So I feel like you could be, somebody could be manifesting you, wanting you to come back into their life. Somebody could be wishing that you come back around. Again, with the let it go. Somebody misses like somebody misses the closeness with intimacy. Somebody misses the closeness that you once had with them, Pisces. Somebody wishes that they could have you like back at the family functions or back hanging out with them with the crew or back at the workplace. Something hasn't been the same since you left. They realized that you were the gift. I heard they kept on giving. You were the reason why they were financially stable or mentally or emotionally stable. And now they want you to come back around to them. You brought balance into an environment. And as soon as you left, Pisces, it's like that you took the light with you. Okay, because some people were in denial that you were the one that was I heard golden child, or you were the special. You were special. Someone thought that they could do better without you, and they're realizing that they can't. So you can be hearing a message from the divine, okay, about what was, about something, about someone, clarify, communicate, and manifest, please. Give me a card that enjoys this. Ooh, gambling. Somebody took a, Pisces, somebody could have taken a risk, okay, and end up losing you. Or they took a risk in moving past you in a decision, and now they're regretting it. This is like a job. You could have won an interview, and they chose someone over you, and now they're regretting it. But they can't professionally. It's not professional to come back. You know, they might still try to, or they might offer you a different position. But this is also like somebody could have gambled on the wrong person, or and now they see that you are, you're the one, Pisces, that cleans up the mess. This is like somebody who could have took a lot of risk financially and lost a lot, okay, and they didn't listen to you, and you were the one trying to tell them, you know, don't spend your money on this or don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Now they're realizing that if they would have listened to you, they would have been a lot further. Or the more that they listen to you, the more successful they become. They're really starting to see how much of a blessing you truly are. Okay, and how your gifts are very powerful. Like Pisces, you are able to pair up with someone and tell them, I like this person needs to get away from you. You need to do this, you need to do that. And Pisces, it's like you were very subtle with these suggestions, but so someone ignored them constantly. And so now they're wishing that if they would have just listened to you from the beginning, they probably, again, would have been a lot further. You can also have somebody around you who has a very bad gambling addiction, and they could be reaching out to you, okay, and they could be begging, okay, with these hands make me feel like somebody's begging. Okay, they could be sending you a text message or a phone call asking to borrow a couple of dollars, or just kind of beating around the bush wanting you to pay their gambling debts or help them out. Pisces, no, absolutely not. Mercury retrograde. Ooh. So with Mercury retrograde, I just feel like they just had a lot of things that was going wrong. Okay, issues. They had a lot of issues. Things were going wrong for them. Okay, they thought that something told them that they were going to be successful. Okay, if they would have took a risk and it ended up backfiring on them. A spy. This person only reaches out to you to figure out what you're doing in order to try to see if they can siphon money out of you. Especially if this person has a spending problem. The only reason why they're reaching out is so you can help them get out of the hole. Okay. Spirit, any more messages for Pisces? Clear messages for Pisces, please. I heard flamingo. Okay, and flame, flamingo flame. So somebody could be going to Florida. Okay, it's hot. That's where flamingos are. Okay. Or somewhere where there are flamingos. And the color pink could possibly be significant too for somebody. Okay, pink, pinky, something like that. All right, possibilities in repo. Possibilities. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossess assets. Follow your dreams. What else? Squad, reconciliation, soul ties, close friends. So there could be somebody around you, Pisces. As you're following, okay, Pisces, you have possibilities. As you're going towards your dreams, okay, and you're not looking back with this possibility card, I feel like that's you. Like, Pisces, I feel like this is you going towards your dreams. You're not looking back. You're not caring about the naysayers. You don't care about anybody's personal issues and problems that they're going through. I feel like people around you are losing things, okay? They feel like they're losing you. They could feel like they're losing you. But they also could be losing some personal assets as well with this repossess. Again, squad, these are the people that are around you. This is friends and family, okay? These are people who want to come back in and reconcile with you. Somebody's realizing that if they don't straighten up, okay, somebody had a scare. Yep, with this paranoia. Yep. Pisces here is paranoid. Somebody had a scare, a financial scare, or some sort of scare for their life, or something like that. Pisces could be around you. I don't know if they told you or not, but somebody could have definitely had some sort of scare, to some degree. And this could have came from making poor financial decisions or being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, but what they were doing was in these scenarios, they were going against you. They weren't going along with the plan, uh the plan that the divine told him to go on, which was to come closer to you or to assist you in some way. Okay, they wanted to go in the opposite direction. So somebody is on their P's and Q's. So right now somebody's very paranoid, but also someone's like on edge right now because they tried to go against you in some way and it ended up backfiring on them. Okay, and now they don't know what to think or how to feel. They're losing, somebody could be losing a lot of things. Okay, because and they went against you. They could have told themselves that they didn't need to be around you, they didn't need your guidance, they didn't need your help. Now they could be, they could definitely be in need of some assistance, some of your wisdom, Pisces, that you hold, some of that knowledge I talked about in the first video that you possess. They could be in need of just your advice. Okay, they don't, and they can't pick up the phone and call you because they have too much pride and ego. Boundaries, yeah, look, they can't pick up the phone and call you because they have too much pride. You put down boundaries. You could have put down boundaries with this person. Again, this person could have came at you sideways. Okay, like when I say came at you sideways, that means that they could have, been disrespectful, or they could have crossed your boundaries in some way, and now they don't know how to approach you. Okay, so it's like they're looking from the outside, but they don't know how to come in and approach you. But they're going through a storm right now, Pisces, or they're going through some things, and they don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to come out of this mental fog. Running, look, yeah. Instead of coming to face you and talk to you, they're running. They're they're full of excuses. These are the excuses that they're telling themselves. They're telling themselves this. Why can't I come to Pisces? Pisces is living their best life. I feel like I would just ruin it. Somebody knows that if they came to you, Pisces, they would just ruin your life. So they'd rather just stay where they are. Somebody sees that you are happier without them, so they don't want to mess that up for you. I can't say that's honorable. Somebody cares about you enough not to ruin you, come back around you. But Pisces, I feel like they don't realize that that's their ego talking, because I don't think that they even realize that you're so strong right now that it's nothing they could do to ruin your life, or it's nothing they can do to bring you down. Okay? Because I feel like you don't even feel the same like you used to for this person. Karmics. I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. Third parties, haters, lesson learned. Somebody learned a lesson about going against you and not going with you, Pisces. Somebody learned a lesson about down talking you, downplaying you, laughing at your dreams, laughing at your ideas and plans. You shared more than what you should have shared with someone, Pisces, because your dreams were so broad and vivid. Someone didn't believe in them. Somebody thought that you were just being imaginary, or you were just imagining things, or being very delusional when you were speaking. Okay, somebody thought you were all talk and no action. Okay, because you didn't, in their mind, you might have said, yeah, I'm going to do this one day. And because in their mind, the way how they looked at you and how they compared someone who would have what you're saying you're going to have, how they would look, and you didn't look like that, they thought that you were lying, or you were just full of it. Hold on, y'all. All right. Yes, we can hear you, Bedrock Bangers. Thank you so much. And it's like, now this person, again, they just didn't see you as being that star that you said you were going to be, right? Somebody's surprised, like, Pisces is the one. Pisces is the golden child. Pisces is the one that's actually going to make it out of all of us. I never saw it in a million years. Did you see Pisces hair? Did you see their, and this is like somebody who you could have been raised with or grew up with, or this is somebody from your past who still, who knows the struggle. Like, did you see where Pisces came from? Did you see Pisces hair and nails and skin and teeth? And did you see Pisces? It's like somebody's in disbelief. Okay. Pisces, you could have did some like sort of self-healing work. Okay, you could have healed yourself in some sense. Like, did you see Pisces weight? Or did you see how Pisces it's almost like, did you see Pisces wasn't that smart in school growing up? Not who? Pisces. Or not even that. Pisces is insecure. Pisces has mental health problems. Like Pisces? Pisces is, there's no way Pisces is going to be the one that win out of all of us. But somebody, that was their thoughts when they were around you. And when you removed them, they were able to then see that maybe they were an issue. Okay? Yeah, a lot of people are going to start to see that they were the problem and it wasn't you. And it's going to be based off of how you transform. Okay? A lot of people could have been copying your style. Look. Pisces, I feel like it's like what Chris Brown say, y'all outside. I forgot what he said. He said something about y'all hating, but you know, you outside, you can't even get in. You can't even get in. So your karmics are seeing you very happy. Okay, they're seeing you joyful. You could be losing weight, or you could just be, you know, you could have a bomb skin regimen. You could be getting your hair done. You could have a new job, Pisces. You could be moving. You could be getting into your dream career. Okay, something you've always wanted. And people are nervous, like, to come and step and approach you. They don't know how to take you. Pisces, I see that now you are, you're being honest with yourself at this point about where your life is going. You're being honest with yourself that you are successful. You know, it's kind of like maybe you were in denial at first, but Spirit showed you that, okay, maybe you were in denial because you were going down one path. But Spirit said you've always been successful. You've always been that girl. You've always been that boy. You've always been, you know, him or her. You've always been that. You understand? And Spirit is saying no matter what area you choose to maneuver in, you're going to shine. It's just your God-given right. You were just put in environments where people try to dim your light. You've always been the star. You've always been the one that's going to make it. But it was energies around you that wanted to harvest your energy and put you in spaces so they can pull away at your energy for the betterment of their success. Okay? And they wanted to keep you suppressed because they knew that you had a star quality about you. And it made it easier for them as long as you were confused and didn't realize that that's who you were. Okay? So they could have been casting illusion spells and things over you to make you feel like you weren't as special as you know as you always felt. Some of you have always knew. Okay? Pisces. Snack. Pisces, you looking real good right now. Obsessed. Physical attraction. Pisces, you looking real good about right now. Somebody could be very self-conscious. Okay, if you have a partner, they could really be attracted to you right now. And they're being very mindful about how they treat you. They're also very cautious about some things that they possibly didn't set boundaries with in the past coming back to bite them. Because Pisces, I feel like for some time you could have been with somebody in the past and they didn't see your potential, or they really didn't understand how important you were, or they really didn't see your true beauty until now. Male or female, doesn't matter. They just didn't see your value. Okay, and now they're recognizing how valuable you are, how much of a blessing you are to their life. And so now they could be very cautious because they could have not set boundaries with people that they probably should have. And this was because they could have treated you like an option, Pisces. They could have thought that maybe you were a dime a dozen, or you were just so immersed and wrapped up into them that they could do better. Okay? And now they're realizing that, hey, I'm only getting all this attention because I was attached to Pisces. Pisces was the reason why everybody wanted to be around me. And now I see. Pisces, somebody could also be noticing that when they cut off certain people, or when they distance themselves from certain people, that their life improved. But as long as you remain, everything still stayed the same. So it's kind of like somebody's looking at you like, all right, you bring me nothing but peace. When you're around, I still bring in, my flow of money still flows, and it gets better when I focus on you. So somebody's reframing how they view you. Okay? Somebody wasn't pouring into you like they should have, Pisces. But also somebody's realizing that you're not settling for less either. Okay? Somebody could be realizing that You have no problem with cutting someone off. Okay. You could be focused on yourself very intensely at this time. Anytime you feel a slight bit of insecure or unsure about yourself, Pisces, you're going straight into what you're passionate about, what you've been focused on, that something that you've been given, again, something that you have been doing repeatedly, or something that you have been working on by yourself. Okay, that nobody else put the work in for you. Whatever this craft is that you're working on, I don't know if it's building a business, going to the gym, going to this new job, working on a car, working on your home repair, building homes. It could be a plethora of things, going to school. Whatever this thing is that you're pouring yourself into right now, Pisces, it's helping to make you feel more secure within yourself. Okay, rebounding today. Yeah, Pisces, you're being viewed as like, I can give you my time, but my time is more important. I don't know how to put it. Like, I'll spend time with you, but you're only getting a portion of it because I'm busy. So Pisces, you're giving like next caller. Like, yeah, I can hang out with you, but you're not gonna drain me. Or I'll call you when I get a chance to. You're making someone feel like, or you're making people feel as if, again, like they're just not a priority for you anymore. And I feel like that's important for you, because as you go towards this thing that you're building and creating on your own, Pisces, you see that if you're not putting people before you, that you're getting better results. Okay. So today, Pisces, like, yeah, you're looking good. Pisces, you're looking fantastic. More clarifying that someone feels like you don't need them to have a good time. You never needed them to have a good time. As much as they thought that they were, I think you made someone feel very special, just like you do anybody, Pisces. I feel like if you're around a Pisces, they're going to make you feel like you are important, a matter of importance. Okay, because Pisces is so good at playing in the background and playing their role and being so humble, that if a person has like an ego problem, they're going to be able to have the biggest ego around Pisces, because Pisces knows how to play the sidekick, the counterpart, right? Very well. And Pisces can conform and mutate to whatever you want them to be. But someone allowed you playing your role to get to their head. They didn't realize that they needed you in order to feel that way about themselves. Okay. Okay. This is like somebody needing, needing to be reminded that you're not as it, like, you're not it. Okay. And it was only because Pisces was around that made you feel like you were it. Okay. Somebody's humbling themselves now because you've chosen to be your own main attraction, Pisces. And it's like, you don't mind. Regardless, like, it doesn't bother you. A lot of other signs, it will bother them to, be the one that is quiet and reserved and let someone hold the room. But Pisces, you hold and carry the room without even talking, without even trying. Okay. And that's your power. That's your power move. This person has to say like 10 words to shut the room down or get the attention on them. Pisces, you only have to be present and probably say hello. That's it. That's it. Okay, numbing. Family. Excuse me. Yeah, Pisces, while you're out here looking amazing, While you're out here enjoying your life, while you're out here booking vacations and booking events and just doing things to make you happy, someone is sitting around having a pity party for themselves with this numbing. This could be a family member. Okay. This could be someone who, because, you know, they were your family and you cared about them, you tried to, quote unquote, save them, or you tried to be there for them as a shoulder to lean on. But Pisces, you slowly started to realize that this person could have suffered from some sort of mental health condition where talking to them, guiding them, giving them advice wasn't going to work. It just wouldn't work. Pisces, somebody could also, I'm getting a nagging energy. Somebody could be like pulling at your energy. This doesn't have to be family. This could be a close friend or a coworker or something like that. This is just a sidebar. Somebody could be like pulling at your energy. Okay, wanting you to be around them more, wanting to be wanting to be selfish, wanting you selfishly to themselves. This could be like a friend. They could have called. They could be like consistently calling you, texting you, or wanting to come towards you, or you know, wanting to pull your energy, harvest your energy. And Pisces, I feel like you are learning to disconnect, okay, in some way from this energy. All right. Anyways, this could be a family member too that I'm picking up on. But either way, I feel like this you've made family, outside family, feel like an option instead of a priority. I feel like if you do fool with a family member, you probably only met fool with about 3 max, okay, that you consider to be very close, and everybody else is pretty distant. Because Pisces, I heard, I don't care who you are. I heard, I don't care who you are. You're cut off. What else? I'm gonna do this one more card for Pisces, then I'm gonna go to some, I'm gonna end it with some excuse me, it's Soul Wisdom Oracle, I believe that's what this is. Brick wall. Pisces. Somebody just, Pisces, I feel like, yeah, hard to reach. Somebody is just hitting a brick wall with you. Okay. And it's causing them to go into a state of either they could be drinking themselves to sleep. They could be going into, I don't know, maybe they could do drugs, or they could be smoking or whatever. I don't know what they're doing, Pisces. But, or they just, you know, this is somebody who's kind of like just walking around with a cloud on their head and nothing makes them feel happy. This person could be overeating or just out of touch with reality at this time because they don't know how to come towards you. Pisces, I feel like this person isn't trying hard enough, but they're trying to convince themselves that they have already. Or this is someone who has told themselves that they are done with you because they feel like you haven't tried hard enough, Pisces, okay? Bottom of the deck is established. And love. Pisces, you could just be in love, okay? You can have love and money, okay? You can have the best of both worlds right now. So right now, you could just not really, and this doesn't have to be like relationship love. This could just be like love from those who around you, you know? Well, Pisces, I feel like this person is, you know, they'll eventually try to reach back out to you again once they realize that year 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that went by and you still ain't came back knocking. But I do feel like this person is going to hear about you through other people. Okay. Messages for Pisces, please. Spiritual upgrade at the bottom of the deck. Okay, it says you are being raised to a higher level calling, Pisces. So new perspective. It's time for a fresh new point of view, Pisces. Spirit is saying that Spirit needs you. Let me show you his point of view. Isn't that beautiful? New perspective. Look at that. Spiritual upgrade. So Spirit is saying, in a nutshell, watch your life change. Watch it. That's all I can really say. Watch how your life changes before your eyes. Watch how you shift. Watch how your reality shifts. Watch how you start to, how things just kind of flow to you and you sit there and just accept it, accept it, accept it, accept the flow. You're being given a gift, Pisces, a gift that people pray for. Okay, you're getting access to the divine that people can only imagine. Okay, they could also have it too, but a lot of people are so closed off and they refuse to put that amount of trust into the divine like you do. The Pisces, right? Yeah, the Pisces. The divine is aware, is very aware that there is nothing that will shake your faith. Nothing that the divine sees well past you in your present. Okay, the divine knows all, knows your story, knows your book front and back. And in the chapter in the season that you're in, you're being granted early access to gifts and abundance that you didn't even think that you were capable of getting, because the divine already sees that at the end of your book, you never changed up. You never switched up. You always had 100% faith. You never fell into the trap. And you're ready now. You're ready right now. The gift of wisdom. Pisces, I just want to say you're loyal too. I just want to make that a side note. You're very loyal. You're loyal to yourself, your principles, your morals, and you're loyal to other people who you say you love. You know, when a Pisces tell you they love you, they mean it. Okay, I just need to say that. All right, the gift of wisdom. You are powerful and wise. Somebody's going to see you for who you truly are. People, I'm going to say somebody. People are starting to see you for who you truly are, Pisces. The divine is changing your outer appearance of how people perceive you. You might still feel like you're the same on the inside of this vessel, but the divine is transforming your outer appearance and the outer aura that you project into this world. And people are going to start gravitating to you differently, with more respect, with more humbleness. You're going to start to, it's like Spirit is saying, start shifting. Start shifting, because people are going to open doors for you. You're not going to have to go knock at them anymore. You're a gift. You're a gift. I told you in the beginning, Pisces, from the beginning, I said, people don't truly understand like the wisdom that you have, Pisces, the knowledge that you have, how ancient you are, how you should be preserved. Okay, self-preservation is the best gift you can give yourself, Pisces. And I feel like Spirit is going to put you in environments that preserve you. All right, new beginning, Pisces. You got a new beginning coming in, and I don't know if you're ready for it or not, but it's coming. I feel like some of you, this could be the birth of a child, a birth of a new venture for you, business opportunity, or just the birth of a new you. There is a shedding of your old self, and Spirit is about to realign and refocus your life. Okay, and it's going to feel amazing. I feel like there's going to be a shedding of grief that comes off of you, Pisces. You have grieved over a lot of things. This could be death, but you could have just grieved things from the past or things that are going on, but I feel like there's going to be a shedding, a healing spirit that comes over you that helps shed the grief off of you. The spirit of grief is going to leave your energetic field, and you're about to be poured into. Happiness is about to pour itself into you. Yeah. Wonder. Open your eyes to new blessings. Open your eyes, Pisces. You have new blessings that is coming to you. This spiritual upgrade, this enlightenment that you're going to be given, this new environment that Spirit is going to give you, this new tax bracket that Spirit is about to give you. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. It's time for you to realize, again, you don't have to knock on doors anymore. These doors are opening up for you. The access to what you're about to have is going to be unbelievable. And I feel like, Pisces, you're going to, what's going to shock a lot of you is when you start aligning with energies that are like yours at the same vibration as your spirit, and it puts you in the room with people who you thought you weren't, at some point you probably thought were better than you, Pisces, or you probably thought were, you know of a higher caliber, right? But it's like now you just wasn't matching their vibration at one point, and that's okay, because our souls always have to start somewhere. But the way your soul elevated so quickly, the way your vibration increased so quickly, Pisces, you are now matching the vibration of people who you could have idolized at one point, and you could be surpassing them very soon. And I feel like you're going to start to see this. You're going to see this with different opportunities that present themselves, that put you in the room with people. I heard affluent people, or just people who have the same business going for themselves, or have the same dreams and passions that you have. Okay? And it was like you never didn't. It's not like you always had the knowledge. You just, the vibration, the spirituality had to match in order to get you to where you're at now, if that makes sense. It's like you always had the skills, okay? But your vibration had to match so you can so you can put your skills out there, because you had to be a vibrational match in order to break through the different, I'm feeling like different planes, dimensions. All right, Pisces, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. And I'm going to end this by saying, Pisces, wake up. You truly are gifted. You truly are wise.